Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. As One Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Just first and foremost, look at that. Beauty, look at that, look at that. How cool is that? Sunrise a little later these days. Be Daylight Savings Day, by the way. Recording this Sunday, March 10th, 2024, the day after an incredible experience out in this over downtown West Palm Beach. They call it the Square, where they had a district fit event. And let me tell you, like I was telling you in yesterday's video, it was just as advertised, right up my alley. Every single minute of it I loved, from the people to the energy to the classes to the networking. I mean, it was insane. So today's thought, as far as today's thought, we're just gonna give you a quick recap of the full day of events. All right, got there around 7 o'clock, 7:15-ish, took a 2-mile run just to warm myself up, and then right into a boot camp, a HIIT boot camp class with F45, Fit 45. And this was the first time, obviously being in the fitness world, I've heard of F45 for quite some time, but this was actually the first time I've actually taken a class. And again, this is the importance of actually just showing up. There's the importance, or displays the importance, of actually putting your face out there, putting your brand out there, getting out there, meeting people, getting outside, and making sure you're doing what you have to do for your company. Because there were two coaches for F45 that I had seen previously, and this was the first time I'd seen them. Like the first coach, one of the first coaches that I saw that I recognized her face, it was actually her and I a couple weeks ago. We were like neck and neck on the 5K in the woods. We were doing the 5K in the woods. We were like neck and neck, and I didn't even realize, we actually took a selfie after that 5K race, but I never actually got her name and all that. And she actually was one of the F45 coaches, so we recognized each other and we was like, what up, and all that kind of stuff. And then while I was doing the workout, there was another coach that I recognized. Her name is, the previous coach, her name is Coach Squirt. I believe the name is Catherine, but her nickname, she said her nickname was like Coach Squirt or something like that. And then the other coach, there was another coach that I recognized her face. Her name is Coach Sophia. And I remember, man, this was like 2 or 3 years ago when I first got out here to Palm Beach. I would go to the Crunch Fitness that's closer to Wellington, and she'd be the first one opening up every single morning, and I'd see her face all the time. Everyone would be bitching at her for not opening it up, on time or later or whatever it is, because the people were there early. Everyone would be always fussing at her for not opening it up early enough, because we were out there waiting and all that. She'd be one of those that actually, does the job the right way. Actually, it wasn't like me and opens early, but she would make sure it'd be on time, open it up 5 a.m., all that kind of stuff. So it was cool to see her expand from that role as actually, no, now that I'm thinking about it, she actually was the one that signed me up. Yeah. She was the one that signed me up. Yeah, because I remember when they had just opened, Crunch Fitness had just opened, and she actually was the one that signed me up to a membership. And when you sign people up to a membership, you always remember faces. So it was cool to see her leave now that she's left Crunch, and now she's one of the F45 coaches and all that. So again, excuse me. But again, that's the way it is. You got to put yourself out there, and it was cool to kind of see them expand and having their careers built and all that kind of stuff, right? So I had to duck out of the F45 workout early because they started a little bit late, and right after the F45 workout, there was a 3-mile run. And I get to the 3-mile run, and I'm already burning, because my legs are killing me. That has doing all sorts of squat jumps and band squats, lunges, all that kind of stuff. So my legs are burning. You got to think too, I had actually did a previous 2-mile run. So I get to the run group, and there it is again. I see people that I had met on routes and 10Ks and things that I've done last year and all that kind of stuff, or throughout the past year or so, as I've been competing regularly, and I'm recognizing faces like, what up, what races, and we're just simply connecting. And then, so once we got through that group run, I was put on by Sellers, by the way, and I gotta make sure I gotta check them out for lunch. Check them out for a lunch one of these days. I meant to do it yesterday, but I kind of ran out of time. My boy Ant, shout out to Ant was there too. So, we ended up linking up and grabbing lunch just at the hotel that I didn't have time to go and get food and all that kind of stuff. But I will make it there eventually. But anyway, once that run finishes, where things really got fun. Really, I mean, it was fun throughout the day, but it's really where the reason I actually signed up was for the events after the run, because it was all about recovery. And me personally, knowing what I had to live through this past October, I'm looking for places. I'm looking for places in which I can sign up to that's going to help me when it comes to my stretching, help me when it comes to recovering, making sure my body's on point, seeing that I'm running every morning, I'm putting so much out there. It's important that I, get with the right coaches that can help me recover and make it so I'm ready for this lifestyle. Because it's one thing to want to do all these races and want to do all these fun run fitness events and all that, but you've really got to make sure your body is on point and you're getting coaching around what you need to be putting in your body and how you need to be stretching and things like that, right? So the next 2 things that I did was all about that, right? I jumped into an ice bath. Shout out to Med House. I jumped into an ice bath for the full 6 minutes. And then after that, I grabbed some lunch. And then I went to a stretching class. With a organization named Body by Roxy's Body, I think it's called Roxy's Body. And it just turned out, it just so happened that the second thing I went to with the stretching class, it's her and her husband that own a gym, own a fitness facility that also owns Med House. And he as the owner, her and her husband, he also does boxing training. And again, myself, that's one of the things that I become known for, is my ability to teach people how to box. And kind of the second book I put out, Make Your Move, is about other sports, getting into boxing and why it's important for them and things like that. And that's what made me learn the craft. So it was a great opportunity for me to meet the owner of that facility and figure out ways in which we can collaborate and maybe bring some clients in to that facility and things of that nature. And that's how it works, guys. That's how it works. If you want to get ahead, if you want to create opportunities for yourself, first of all, you have to have the skill to do certain things that people would pay for, but also you got to get around the right people, spend your Saturdays, again, having fun, but at the end of the day, it's still business. It's still figuring out ways in which you can collaborate, in which you can increase your value. I mean, me and my boy, and we were there just looking at the Bentleys and the Ferraris, the Jaguars, cash just pulling up in just $600,000 cars, all that kind of shit, and just saying like, look, man, soon, if you put our heads together, and you grind long enough, eventually this could be your life, man. And that's what it's all about, is making sure you're staying ambitious, staying focused, and making sure you are getting yourself to the next level in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So that was the big takeaway, man. And main thing, you got to understand is always be moving in a direction where you're constantly growing, getting around people that have that right energy, getting around people that can take your life, take your business, take whatever it is you're trying to do to the next level. Cannot stress the importance of that simple act, all right? Main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.